Alright guys, hey, it's Chris. Welcome back to my channel. I'm trying a few different things with the lighting right now because it's dark outside. So hopefully when this video goes up, it's going to look better than what I'm seeing in the monitor right now. Anyways, if you follow me on Facebook or some of my other social medias, you saw I've been a little hesitant to post lately because I'm waiting on a camera to come in just so I can have some better quality. That way not everything I do is so like live in action at the moment, which I know that's a really cool thing that I'm doing things on camera, but you know, just for simplicity's sakes and you know, just for the time it takes, some things would be easier to edit out once I get a camera. Anyways, so today, one of the biggest requests I got is how to contour, but not like all of the other YouTube videos or tutorials you watch because it's just not natural. And especially if you're just learning how to contour, it can be a very, very difficult thing because a lot of these tutorials and things that you watch, they fail to tell you, you need to know certain things about your face. You need to know your face shape, okay? You can't necessarily contour the same way I do because it's based on your face shape. Areas that you want to cover, you know, is your nose something you want to work on? Is it your forehead like me? Do you have a big forehead? Are you trying to get that chiseled out? So that's, I think, where a lot of confusion comes in because most people look at that and they're like, that's not what I'm looking for. So today we're going to just kind of go over the basic how to contour. I'm not going to extend my makeup any more than that. I'm going to show you some easy tricks, some tips that I do. So I start out with a bare face. It's washed. All I have is lotion on it. Of course, the first thing we're going to add is going to be our primer. You always want to prime first. So I am going in with something new I tried. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock. I'm actually kind of digging this. So this one, what I'm going to do is I dot it all through my T-zone because that's where I get the oiliest. So as you can see, so that's where I'm going to put that one because I don't really want to like put it all over my face. And this one, I kind of like to just kind of tap it in, like kind of tap and swipe it in. Because like I said, we're not really, and also when you tap it in like that, it kind of helps sit in your pores and your fine lines and all of the reasons that you use primer besides just, you know, the longevity of your makeup. I mean, yeah, it makes your makeup last longer, but it also does, you know, it creates that nice, even, nice blank canvas, okay? So like I said, today I'm focusing just more on contour, but this is still something I highly recommend you do because you are going to be applying foundation, and we're going to be starting out with cream because cream contour in my book and most anybody else I've talked to is the easiest way to learn. Alright, so once you just look at that and you feel like it's patted in, now technically I could go over the whole rest of my face with the highlighter, excuse me, it's late, with the primer. I'm not going to do that just for, like I said, time's sake. I want to keep this focus on track. So this might sound really strange to you, but you actually want to contour before you put your foundation on. And I know that you're kind of like, Scott Barnes taught me this trick. He's a really fantastic makeup artist. He does J.Lo, and he calls it Snatural. And if you really do want to really get in there and contour, you still use this trick, but it's also still a great trick to use just to contour in general because the end product just looks so much better, in my personal opinion. If you would rather put your makeup on and then contour, go for it. This is just my way of doing it. So I always start out with the highlighting part, so I always take a concealer. This is a new drugstore one I tested out and I'm actually really digging it. It is the Revlon Candid. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So far I have no complaints. I've worn it 4 times and it's held up. So you can see what I'm going to do. And it's got a double-sided. So one side's easy to scoop into the nose. One side's flat. So I usually take the flat side. I'm going to draw a line down and go over. Think about like we're applying war paint because that's kind of what we're doing. I'm going to go in with another scoop, do the same thing on the other eye. So we should essentially look like this. Then we want to go in with another scoop and we want to go down our nose. And we want to make kind of like a Y there. Then you want to get another scoop and you want to hit the bottom of your chin. And then you want to get in there with your nose. Now, these are the places that I like to highlight. They're also the places I like to conceal. So you're kind of doing yourself a double favor. Now, I always use a damp beauty sponge. For the sake of this also being a little more affordable, I'm not using my beauty blender, which is the more expensive one. I'm using one that I got from Real Techniques. I'm also kind of liking it better these days because of how it has like that more chiseled edge, so it's easier to get under the eye. But this is something you can buy like 2 of them for, it's really cheap. I just wanted to show you a nice affordable. So then what I'm going to do is just going to go ahead and get in there. And we're going to just blend all this out. And I know you're going to look at me in a minute and I'm going to look crazy and you're going to be like, what is she doing? What is she talking about? I promise you, I do know what I'm talking about. Today, when I was actually taking the votes on if you wanted to see my like 10 minutes or less glam, this is actually part of the step I do. I still take this step. I won't do the dark contour. I'll actually just contour, because you can contour with bronzers. You don't necessarily have to contour with contour products, and you'll see what I'm seeing. You'll see what if I could talk. You'll see what I'm saying in a minute with this tutorial, as well as when I put that 10 minutes or less glam tutorial up. And then I'm still gonna do like a full face of some of the new drugstore products I found. I just really wanted to mention this Revlon, or excuse me, this L'Oreal primer and that Revlon concealer, because I am really, really digging it. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, it's probably my favorite concealer that I have right now. Like, it just, I don't know if you can see that, but it just doesn't cake. It's not creasing. It has great coverage. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the scary part, the part everybody is afraid of, the dark part. We're going to the dark side of the moon, you guys. Okay, so personally, this is what I learned on. I love it. It is the NYX Wonder Stick. It's double-ended, so it also does have an end if you want to do highlight. You can do highlight with it too. Sometimes I do. It depends on my mood, honestly. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this stick, okay? And okay, so you see a kind of smile right here, and this is kind of where the apples of your cheekbones, and you see like that hook. So do that with your face. However, don't do it when you're applying the contour, because you don't want to shift your face. You're not walking around like this all day. You just want to get that definite area so you can kind of see where that hook needs to go. So I always recommend you contour there first to practice, okay? So you take the dark stick, and you really do want to bring it about that close, and then bring it up high, okay? You do the exact same thing to the other side of the face. For your jaw, right here behind your ear, you don't actually want to put any of this on your jawline. You want to hit it right underneath. So what we're going to do is draw a straight line. We're just gently stroking. I'm going to go over here, do the same thing. Trying to get it off of the jaw, but underneath. And then I love this trick too. I also learned this from Scott Barnes. He's amazing. Do it around your lips. And then contouring the nose is also something I don't necessarily recommend for beginners, because it does take a lot of practice, and it's not necessarily necessary, especially if you're not going for like a face altering look. I do always take it and stick it at the end of my nose, and then you want to come up to your forehead, and I always kind of just do like a big X, a little X, and then I'll go over here and do a big X. But for the sake of time, like I said, we're just doing half of the face. So we want to go back in with, instead of a beauty blender, you want to get a firm bristled brush. This one right here is my personal favorite, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of blend this up, and then I'm going to blend it down a little bit. I'm not going to blend it like completely full. I just want to see that definition there. So see how I'm going to take it up to the top using just like circular motions, and I'm just kind of making those lines not so visible. I'm going to go down a little bit with it. Alright, I'm going to focus down here, and again, see how I'm just kind of pulling it down. Pull it down, pull it down. Like I said, you can use any brush, anything that you're comfortable blending with. This, like I said, is just my favorite way if I'm contouring to blend the contour in, especially the dark part of it. And like the neck, you really want to pay attention to that because one, when we put the foundation on over this, like you're gonna see, you want to make sure that you're foundationing it too, because like I said, you don't want to end up just looking like you have this big ring around your neck. But as you can see, like it's starting to blend itself together, even though we haven't completely blended. So now up here, as you can see, I'm just taking it and pushing it towards my hairline. And I want to get it all the way up in the hairline. And you can kind of see how now this is starting to connect. Right here, think of like a 3. How it's kind of connecting like a 3. Okay, so dust my nose off. We're actually going to leave it on the lips. Now at this point, I personally feel totally fine with the way it's blended. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect at this point because we're getting ready to go on with foundation. I am using, this is also a really good foundation for someone who doesn't want like full coverage. They don't want to feel like they're wearing makeup. They want something very lightweight. It's not very pricey. I would have to double check. I do apologize. I'm not sure. But this is actually the MAC Studio Water Weight SPF 30. And I'm in the color NW13. So what I do is I take it, and this one actually has a dropper applicator. So I kind of squeeze it. And then I'm going to put about, I'm going to do 3 pumps since I'm not really, like I said, really focusing you guys right now on like foundation and doing a look. Oh, I hate when I drop my beauty sponge, which I just did. Is there dirt on it? Oh, no, good. Thank God for, okay. And then what I do with this on the back of my hand is I kind of get it. Actually, I'm not, this one's really thin, so I'm going to use my finger. And then I'm going to just kind of dot it. I want to hit my neckline. I literally, I'm dotting it all over my face. And this one, it definitely, you can build the coverage up if you want to. So if you are watching this and you're like, oh, well, I do like, I still recommend this foundation. I recommend this foundation for just about anybody. Now, is it the best with my oily skin? No, but I have tricks and things that I can do to help it not be so oily. All right, so see how we're beating down here? And also, this is one of those foundations I tend to wear more in like the winter time or when it's cold versus when it's like really, really, really hot out. And then the cool thing about how I only kind of contoured half of my face too, sorry, stink bugs, I live in Virginia, they're taking over. You're really going to get to see the difference because I'm not going to bronzer or do anything on this side. This is going to just look like we have on foundation and concealer. Okay, make sure this is blended out. And again, I'm just going in aggressive beading motions, double checking, like I said, making sure everything is dragged together, and then looking here, it looks good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my personal easy way to do a powder contour because you want to powder on top. So I do cheat a little bit. You don't have to cheat if you don't want to. You can just go straight into bronzer if you're just not comfortable doing what I do. But I think this is still like really good to mix them together. So this is my Smashbox Holidays Contour Spotlight palette. It's got highlighters in it, contours, and bronzers. So it's one of my favorite palettes of all time. You can use whatever you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking this nice soft bristled brush and I'm going to get in here with this contour shade and this contour shade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just rub it all up on my cheeks and then that same forehead area that we hit, same end of the nose area we hit, and then all underneath the jawline. So I usually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I start applying it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, oops, wasn't supposed to do that side. Sorry, at least it wasn't that much. But trust me, you'll still notice a huge difference. And I hope this is breaking it down for you and making it seem a lot easier for you. I just went in there with 4 pumps, 4 pats. So that way you can see like contouring doesn't have to be crazy, and it really can even be quick. I mean, think about how quick this is already, and I'm like talking and yapping, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even like in my zone. All right, so now I'm gonna add some more contour up here with the powder, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. So I'm gonna put this palette up. So same brush that I used. I love this drugstore bronzer. It's the Physician Formula Butter Bronzer. Oh my gosh, when you open it up, it just smells like summertime. It's just, it makes you just want to be on a beach with a drink and like a pineapple with lots of straws. Just, it smells delicious. So we're just going to get in there, about 5, I don't know, I don't really count. I never shake the excess off. And we are going to bronze it up. Oh God, it smells so good. So good. It's like one of those things like people compliment you and you're like, oh, it's my face. My face just smells amazing. All right, so now we have that. Okay guys, so let me kind of pull you in close to me. Okay, so this is the side that we did contour. This is the side that we didn't. I hope this lighting is catching that for you guys. It usually looks better once I post it up. But can you see just how simple and easy that was, and how it's not too dramatic, but it's still there? Oh, I didn't blend it out on the end of my nose. Let's go ahead and do that. And like you see how the lips are looking fuller as well from where we blended that contour in. And you can see the bronze right there. We don't have like any harsh lines. And we can see how we have no color over here, no nothing. We see how the forehead, we pulled it down. And then honestly, the next steps that I would do in my makeup routine would obviously be followed by, you know, my blush, my powdered highlighters, and all my makeup moving forward. But however, this was not one of those videos. This was strictly just a how to contour. I wouldn't even say for beginners, maybe for beginners, but just for people who, I always say you can contour or you can just contour. So this is for people who just wanted to just contour. You know, they weren't trying to just, you know, reshape everything. But thank you guys again so much for all of your love and support. Again, like I said, I have a camera coming. I have some more videos coming. Again, I apologize. I've also been really sick with a kidney infection, things like that. It's just been kind of rough, but we're making it through. And I'm really glad that I was able to go ahead and get this up. Please leave in the comments, message me, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, ring that bell so you can get notifications about when I do upload new content. You know, let me know some things you'd like to see. Let me know if you thought this was helpful, if this was something that, you know, you're like, oh, hey, yes, thank you. But anyways, peace and love to all of you. I hope you have a great night. Oh, big nails. Sorry, I was trying to hit the pause and these new big... Okay, so I did my nails on my own today because I had a set, and I've never done stiletto nails, and I've never had like long fingernails. I always do the really short, and I never get like colorful or creative. I get like gray, black, nude, and red is about as wild as I get. But I did them today, and yeah, so sorry. I'm still getting used to them. But anyways, thank you guys again, and peace and love to you all. Mwah.